Alright, what's up, guys? So, I got a video request from Daniel Rohai. He wants me to talk about most people are taught that gossiping about other people's lives is socializing. They don't know what else to do. And maybe they don't know what else to talk about, They just like to talk about other people all day, Like they analyze this person at work on how they work. They'll say, "Oh, that person's a slow worker. This person has these hobbies, and that's weird," where they they just talk smack about their personal lives or stuff like that. I see a lot of that at work. People be talking crap to others all the time. A lot of times if they're gossiping to you, they're gonna be doing it to you behind your back also. So let's see what else this says. Yeah, I guess it gives something to talk about with them. Like gossiping. It starts a conversation, like other people, right? And I guess everyone gossips in a way, but there's people that do it more than others, and it's like they don't consider like what their background is. Like they could be going through something, and they may be acting this way because of this, or maybe they have this behavior. Maybe it's because they are socially anxious, or maybe they are socially awkward, or maybe they have a disability that makes them act this way. And these type of people just don't care about that. They'll just gossip about them and just talk smack. And I guess gossiping is kind of a way for a lot of people to feel entertained. It makes people get intrigued on the conversation. Like, I guess gossiping about people doesn't have to always be about putting someone down and making fun of them and being judgmental, but I'll say majority of it is. Majority of these people that gossip are putting people down. They are being judgmental. They are too scared to confront the person if they are bothered. Yeah, it just gives people something to talk about all the time. And really, they could just be talking about other things besides people all the time. I think it's too hard for people to talk about things other than people. Like people have a hard time talking about deep things out there. It seems like people have a hard time figuring out how to solve a problem, or people have a hard time talking about like things that is meaningful, stuff that isn't gonna put people down. A lot of people that gossip are bullies. A lot of people that gossip are tend to have passive aggressive behavior. A lot of them tend to be gaslighters. A lot of them tend to be narcissists, possibly. And if they talk gossip to you about stuff like their kids and their wife or their husband or other family members all the time, it's like they might be the problem. Maybe they're the issue. Because there's something else. And a lot of times people that talk gossip tend to blame shift at everybody. They tend to play the victim about something when it's something that they can change, and it's something that they're just playing the victim, try to manipulate someone's emotions when they're gossiping. trying to make it sound like they're believable when really they could be the ones that are the problem, you know? And they're just putting others down in a way, right? So, yeah, people tend to gossip a lot, and it's just, it doesn't really go anywhere, you know? And it's unfortunate how um, people do this all the time, like family members, friends, coworkers, like I was talking about before. Even like acquaintances you meet up at, like at a gym, or you play basketball with people and they gossip, or you go to a bar and all of a sudden, like, you're talking to some random stranger there and they just gossip, you know? Pathetic. And yeah, I feel like everybody gossips in a way. I'll say even myself, but I think there's just too many people out there that tend to do it all the time, and they're doing it and they're being toxic, you know. Yeah, and I guess people think it's a form of socializing when really it's just another way to like talk smack behind someone's back a lot, you know. Like if there's gossip where it's like they're talking about people but it's not like deep, then I guess it's a little different. But a lot of times people are like I said before, just putting them down, you know, because they're afraid to talk to the person that they don't like about these things, you know. So they tend to talk about these certain group of people or this individual to you know. So yeah, I guess like if you don't want to hear gossip all the time, it's best to avoid these people. But that's not easy, right? Because if you go to work, there's always gossip there, right? Maybe it's best to find a different job, the best of your ability, or you have family members like your parents that are like this and they're so toxic with it. It's best to get out of there if you can. The best you can, or cut those fake friends out that tend to gossip all the time. It just isn't interesting at all, you know. People just love to talk about people all the time. I feel like majority of people are like this too, and if you're not that type of person who likes to hear gossip and talk about gossip that much, you tend to be more alone, you know? And it just isn't worth it. But I'll catch you guys with another one.